when you're on a path that's so completely oversaturated. There are very few opportunities, traditional commercial opportunities that are available, and you have a very large audience of people who are competing for those very few resources or opportunities. So that is the stereotype of the artistic path, right? Is rejection, 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 rejection. And maybe you're a little lucky here. Rejection, rejection. Okay, now you have an opportunity, but you can't make a living. And for the vast majority of artists, they're ill-prepared because they have all the artistic technique they need, but they don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to market themselves. They don't know how to separate themselves from the competition. They don't know how to think of themselves within the market. And I've really maintained this idea that if I can build the school always, if I can keep that attitude, if I'm building the school I wish I'd gone to, then we're going to be in a good place. If one offers just entrepreneurial training, they might as well go to Acton, from my perspective, because you might as well go get an MBA. I don't personally think that most artists want an MBA. If they want an MBA, they're going to go get an MBA, right? If you're going to teach arts entrepreneurship, I believe you have to have the combination of artistic technique coupled with entrepreneurial technique, or you're going to lose your artists. So we want our students to have a global perspective. What are people doing in theater around the world? All great artists steal. We've all heard this, right? But steal from the best. Well, if they have more than just a Western perspective on what's happening in their art form, they have a wider directional perspective from which to take. If you're an actor, the industry is going to say, this is your type. It's very difficult to get out of your type. So you might as well tell them what box to put you in, right? By telling them what box to put you in, you can maybe even create a niche in that little aspect of the industry, and you dramatically increase your opportunities of making a living. You're taught to give almost all of your authority away to others. You're taught to give it away to directors, producers, casting directors, anyone who holds up a job carrot. That's a very disempowering position to be in. If you're constantly looking for others to give you your jobs and to give you your opportunities, you're probably going to wait around quite a lot. And you're probably going to experience a lot of and unemployment. We don't want our artists to fall into this trap. Many of them do, and we have to work really, really hard to get them to be responsible. Not only responsible for themselves and their own actions, but because they're working so closely in collaboration with other people, they're responsible for other people as well. When mentoring students, that if you say, okay, I see a problem that you are facing. If you go left, you are going to fall off a cliff. I strongly urge you to go right. What I found is about 30% of those students will insist on falling off of that cliff, okay? Now, I'm going to let them every time. Failure, when you're failing, you're taking risks. But it's your job. That's the whole point. That's the whole point in going on the adventure, is to go out and take what you need to fill the gap. The idea is, if you're following your bliss, you've always got your bliss. If you follow money, the money can dry up, as we all know. And then what do you have? You got nothing. Why don't we make this more of a dialogue? So what are your thoughts? Do you have questions? What are your experiences? I'd love to hear them and just chat.